It is I, Debris, here to announce a new reassembly tournament. First of all, this tournament is modeled after a first robotics competition regional tournament, so if you have been part of FRC and competed in a regional tournament, you will likely understand this tournament relatively easily. Everything I'm about to say is already outlined in the rules in the description, but a video announcement may make it a little bit easier to understand. In this tournament, you may submit 1 or 2 8000p ships from a playable vanilla faction. It must meet all of the requirements listed in the rules in the description of this video. Tournament arena parameters and settings are also outlined in the rules. Okay, so that's relatively simple. Now let's get into the part that makes this tournament unique. In this tournament, each match is a 3v3, that is, your ship doesn't fight by itself against a single enemy, it fights on an alliance of 3 ships against a similar enemy alliance. These alliances are selected in different ways and in 2 different parts, the qualification matches and the playoffs. Part 1, the qualification matches. Each match in the qualifications is randomized. Your ship fights with 2 other randomly selected submitted ships against the randomly selected enemy alliance. I use the same matchmaking program that First uses to schedule their regional tournaments. It will attempt to make the matchups as fair as possible. This means that I will have to manually assemble each match according to the generated match schedule, which I will post on Discord prior to the execution of the tournament. In this stage, there's only 1 round per match. Your ship will earn ranking points based on both the ship's and your alliance's performance in the matches that they compete in. Ranking points are used to determine the rank of your ship in a process that will be outlined shortly. Just as with the matches, ranking points are kept track of manually, that is, they do not exist as actual values in the game. If your alliance manages to win a match, each ship on the alliance earns 2 ranking points. If your alliance manages to win by destroying the opponent's alliance before the time runs out, each ship on the alliance earns 3 ranking points. And if your ship manages to survive the entire match, the ship earns 1 additional ranking point, even if the alliance loses. Ranking points are used to determine your ship's performance in the tournament. The ships are ranked based on the average ranking points they earn per match. That is, the more matches you win or survive, the higher your rank. Rank becomes important in the next stage of the tournament. The qualification matches will be held on the 22nd of May. Alright, I've queued a sample practice match to show how ranking points will be scored in this tournament. As you can see, there's 3 ships on both alliances. Okay, so Star Opal got destroyed. It will no longer earn its extra ranking point for surviving the match. ISO's gone as well. It will no longer earn its extra ranking point for surviving the match. That marks the end of D6WA3. It will no longer earn its extra ranking point. Alright, the Red Alliance takes the match on points. Ranking points are distributed to each ship as follows. The ships Rake Angle and Pinecone both survived the match, earning them each 1 ranking point. However, ISO was destroyed, so it does not earn that extra ranking point. Again, the ranking points are calculated and kept track of manually, they are not present in the game. On the Blue Alliance, the ship The Big Man actually survived the match. Its alliance lost, but it managed to survive the match until the time limit destroyed its core. This ship, unlike its 2 alliance partners who did not survive the match, earns 1 additional ranking point. Since the Red Alliance won on points, all 3 ships on it gained 2 more ranking points, even if they were destroyed during the match. The Blue Alliance gained nothing more as they lost the match. Part 2, Alliance Selections and Playoffs. After the conclusion of the qualification matches, the playoffs are held, where player-selected alliances fight it out one last time to see who wins the tournament. Each of the top 4 ranked teams, that is, the 4 ships with the highest average ranking points per match by the end of the qualifications, will choose 2 other ships to fight alongside them on their own alliance during the playoff bracket. This is where the final alliances are made that will be retained until the end of the tournament. By the end of alliance selections, 4 alliances of 3 ships will be assembled and ready to participate in the playoff bracket. First, I will post all match videos that are recorded during the qualification stream so that people can make more informed decisions on all participating ships. Then I will ping on Discord the author of the first ranked ship from the qualifications and ask them to choose a ship to join their alliance. If they submitted 2 ships to the tournament, they may not select their other submission. The chosen ship may either accept or decline the invitation. If they accept, they become part of the first ranked ships or first alliance captain's alliance. The selected ship, referred to as the first pick, may no longer be selected to join any other alliance and may no longer invite other ships to join their alliance. If a ship that would be an alliance captain is selected, thereby making only 3 ships that choose alliances, then the next highest ranked ship moves up and gets to choose its alliance. If the selected ship declines, however, the ship does not become a member of the first alliance captain's alliance. But, after refusing an invitation, the selected ship may no longer be selected to join another alliance. That is, if you are not in a position to choose an alliance and you refuse an alliance invitation, you will be excluded from the tournament. If an invitation is refused, the first alliance captain must choose a different ship to join their alliance. This process repeats for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th alliance captains until all alliances have 2 ships on them. The process repeats again for the 2nd pick, this time starting with alliance captain 4 and moving up to 1. At the end of this process, each alliance will contain 3 ships, ready for the playoffs to start. Let's run through a sample alliance selection so it's a little easier to understand. First, the first alliance captain chooses a ship to join their alliance. In this case, the selected ship accepts the invitation. Next, the second ranked ship chooses a ship. However, this time, the ship declines the invitation. They may no longer be selected to join another alliance. However, they may still form their own. The second alliance captain must then choose another ship to join their alliance. This time, the ship accepts. The third alliance then chooses the 4th ship. This time, the 4th ranked ship accepts the invitation. Notice how now only 3 alliance captains exist. In this case, the next highest ranked team moves up and gets to choose its own alliance. The first pick is complete. Now the process is repeated for the 2nd pick, this time starting with the 4th alliance and moving up to the 1st. When each alliance contains 3 ships, the alliances are ready for participation in the playoff bracket. This marks the end of alliance selections. All ships not selected by an alliance captain are no longer part of the tournament. The playoffs execute after alliance selections. They are held in a simple double elimination bracket with best 2 out of 3 rounds per match. This bracket comprises all alliances created during alliance selections. The 3 members of the winning alliance are declared the winners of the tournament and will receive prestige and glory. The alliance captain of this alliance receives even more prestige, because everyone knows that you don't submit to reassembly tournaments to have fun. You submit purely for bragging rights. The playoffs will execute on the 24th of May. Anyways, that just about wraps it up. Hopefully you have a better understanding of this tournament's layout. Ships can be submitted to my email at the bottom of the tournament rules document in the description of this video. Let's have some fun here. I'm pretty excited for this.